You know, in life, sometimes you have to be careful what you wish for. A lot of times, people will actually wish for something in their life, or they will wish for someone to come to their life, or they will wish for an opportunity, but then when they get it, they will realize that they are not ready for it. And a lot of people pray to God every single day, but if they seen God in person, or if God tried to speak through them, or 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 show himself or herself to that person, a lot of people will not be ready for that. You know, that's why you have to be careful what you wish for, because sometimes when you actually wholeheartedly wish for something, you have to be ready for it. Otherwise, you will be unprepared. That's why you have to stay ready. And then it gets to the aspect of, you know, you are who you attract. So if you attract something that you always wanted to be a part of, then that is who you have to become. If you want that Maserati, you have to become that Maserati. If you want that relationship, you have to become the responsibilities. If you actually want to attract something or someone in your life for a beneficial purpose, then you have to become that. It's just like me, for example. You know, especially when you are a man who was raised without a father, a lot of us were in those situations where we were raised by women. So everything that we lacked growing up, we had to become for ourselves. You know, that's why even the Bible, or you know, like so many mythological stories says that the chosen one is the man and the woman who was raised without their parents, or who was raised without one of their major parents. So realistically speaking, we or I had to become everything that I did not have as a child, so that I can be that for someone else, and I can also be that for myself. So just like how they say it's all about self-love, you have to love yourself, otherwise you cannot love someone else. That is the same exact thing. You have to give yourself, you have to fulfill yourself. You have to be you until you are full. Be you till full, in order for you to achieve all that you can for yourself, so that you can do that for someone else at the same time. So it's dealing with the same type of aspect. It's just about how how much will do you have in your heart? You know, how much do you really want it? How it's not about the size of the dog in the fight, it's about the size of the heart. You feel what I'm saying? So if your heart is not in it, you will never get it. If your heart is not in it, you will never win it. And that's where it comes down to attracting things that are on the heart frequency, attracting things that, you know, you don't always attract what you want. Sometimes you attract what you don't want, because what you didn't want actually wanted you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's so many things. That's why what you seek is seeking you. You know, that's why in order to attract blessings, you have to become a blessing. Because if you hold on to grudges, or if you hold on to things that really would not serve you, then really you are self-inflicting yourself. That's like a lot of people's problems are really self-made. They are self-infliction. It's a point where you you are a victim because of what someone did to you, yes. But there comes a point in time where, just like how we cannot blame everything on Mercury retrograde all the time, there comes a certain point in time where that infliction actually becomes self-inflicted, because this person or these entities or this situation is no longer actually in your life. You just carry it around like it is a dark cloud hovering around you, or hovering over you, and things like that. So you have to purify yourself. That is why this shirt says cleanliness is next to godliness, because a cluttered home is a cluttered mind. So a lot of us are purifying our hands. A lot of us are sanitizing our hands, sanitizing our minds, but we're not sanitizing our heart, our soul, our spirit, our body. We're not sanitizing the thoughts in our mind that's really not even going to benefit us. We don't. A lot of us don't even want to give those things up, you know, because it fuels us, it drives us. You know, it's like it's like when somebody cuts you, and you've been cut so many times that you just start bleeding on other people. Sometimes you just like, oh, well, I'm bleeding on you now, but my bad. You know, it comes a point where you are the one that's scraping that scab. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes some cuts are so deep that they can't be bandaged, because they're not supposed to be. That's just the experience that you possibly were supposed to have. Ashe.